All right, Webby Debs. Here we go with our first video in the series on how to migrate a WordPress site. The first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to set up a dummy WordPress site to play around with and transfer, because we don't want to actually mess up one of the sites that we've put so much effort into building. So log into your own cPanel account. Mine is at Zach.WeLoveWebDesign. Yours will be at username.whatever/cPanel. And once you're logged in, look for that happy smiley face that we all know and love, Fantastico. And go ahead and click into Fantastico. All right, once we are in Fantastico, we are going to be installing another version of WordPress, so go ahead and click on the WordPress link in the left-hand side. So moving forward, once we're here, we're going to click on New Installation, and let's all come up with the same name for our installation just to make it easier for us. The directory that we're going to put it in is going to be testing old WP. And this will just tell us that it's a testing folder, that this is going to be the quote-unquote old version of the site that we're doing, and then WP for WordPress. Admin access here. We'll just do this. And of course, you want to be careful with your password there. Admin info, your name, your site. It's going to be test WordPress site. And once you have that basic information, as you've done before, and you should know this process, just go ahead and click Install WP, and we should get a fresh installation of WordPress all set up for us. There we go. I have mine installed. And notice here, something important is that it says the MySQL database Zach WRDP3 has been created. And this number will be different for each of you. Basically, the number at the end representing how many times you've tried to install WordPress automatically, and this other abbreviation here standing for WordPress. We're going to need this later because we'll have to back up the database, and the database that we will back up is this database right here. So once we have it installed, let's go ahead and go to the URL and log into it. Click Finish Installation here. Okay, so now we have it installed in the good location and we're good to go. And I'm going to go straight over to my account and just enter in the WP admin URL so that I could log in and get going adding some content to it. So once we're at the site, we could log in with our new information. Okay, so we are logged in and WordPress is live and ready to go. And the first thing that we're going to do, just because we don't want to take the time to really create our own content, is we're going to search for a plugin that will automatically generate dummy content and pages for us. So if you go in under plugins, and once we finally get there, we're going to look to add a new one. And if we just type dummy into it, dummy content to be more specific, we should get a plugin that will do exactly what we need for us. All right, so WP dummy content, I'm going to go ahead and install that. And yes, I do want to install this plugin. And when it's installed, we can activate it. And if something goes wrong on the server end, it looks like we're all going to have a big server error. So let's look into solving that problem. All right, well, a little hiccup there. And we're back rolling here. And under settings, you'll now see dummy content. And top level pages, we're just going to do one because we don't really need to worry about nested pages at this point. Number of number of top level pages, let's say 5. So it's going to automatically create 5 different pages for us. We don't need any sub pages. Types of pages, just paragraph, mix of everything. See how all these options are text? We don't really care about how text is because it's all going to be transferred the same way. What we're worried about are the images. So if we just say just paragraphs, that's fine for us. The main page parent is fine. It's not published. So all of that is good. Let's go ahead and click and engage, and we will get all of our pages automatically generated for us. Once we have that done, we're going to come down and we're going to add maybe about 10, 15 blog posts. And again, we don't want to bog down our site, but we do want to have some general content so that it's working. So if we do 10 blog posts, just paragraphs is fine. Category, we're not too worried about. Chronological spacing. I'm just going to say day apart. And then let's go ahead and say and engage. Now notice if you're using this with the site later, there is a link all the way at the bottom that says, okay, delete them all, and that will delete all of the dummy posts that were created, but it won't actually delete real posts that you have created, which is good. So let's go take a look at where our site is now. Notice that now we have some random pages created. We've got an archive, we've got one comment, we've got some posts here along the side. So I think we're looking pretty good here in terms of content. The only thing that we need to do now is create a little gallery that has some images. So the next step that we'll do is we're just going to run over to Flickr, take a few Creative Commons licensed images, and just add a new page to your site, folks, that has a photo gallery with, let's just say, 4 or 5 pictures in it. Okay? So we'll pause, and when we come back, we will have that done. All right, so now what we've set up here is a basic photo gallery, just uploaded some random pictures from Flickr and pasted in the photo gallery, and then you could see the page here, photo gallery. Again, we're not really concerned with the content, but just because WordPress can be a little bit buggy when transferring images, we want to make sure that we have some on our site to use. So now that we have that set up, the next step that we'll look at is how to go in and start backing up everything and downloading it. So we could do that as a separate video, so we'll come back and next time we'll look at how to back up the database and how to back up the actual files themselves once we have a site set up and ready.